Awesome Radio 105.2. Get inspired.
And perfectly made, perfectly loved. You see something great that you are proud of. When they see a waste, you see a diamond in the rough. You don't make mistakes. I'm perfectly made and I'm perfectly loved.
Hello, Miss Courtnie. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be with you guys.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. And
Good afternoon.
Hi.
what are you doing now?
Sorry.
So I am actually here at Elevation. My husband is the worship leader here at Elevation Church, and we're tracking some stuff for a new project that they're going to be putting out. So we're just doing some BGBs and stuff. So I'm here at the studio.
Oh, wow. We're going to wait for that.
Yeah.
Because here
Hi,
it's
Courtnie.
night.
How are you
11.
feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be out of the house, just seeing people and singing, outside of my house. It's been good though.
Okay, so you're there at your house.
Yes, I'm usually always at my house doing music, cleaning, cooking, something.
Before we talk about your music and, of course, your ministry, Courtnie, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself so we will know more about you? Aside from all of the videos, we watch your videos, everything you post on social media, we're following it. But we want to, know you more.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, if you don't know who I am, my name is Courtnie Ramirez. I am 21 years old. I've always been singing my whole life. My mom actually got me, the first time I ever got on a stage was when I was 2 in church, and we were like in a child's play. But music has always been around. I've always been singing. I have 3 brothers. I was born and raised in Texas, so I'm a Texas girl. I'm a country girl at heart, but now I live in South Carolina, and we are just over here. My husband, I got married in 2019. November 9th, 2019. And we have been over here at Elevation Church for about going on 2 years now. So
Wonderful. So your ministry at Elevation Church, of course, we know that right now churches, I think it has moved online because of the pandemic and everything that, that went on. So can you tell us, how did you really cope up with this kind of situation, especially at your ministry in your church?
So Elevation is just, one thing that I can say, just standing from like the inside and outside, like anything that Elevation touches, it's just blessed. So being online, it's just, you can still feel like it still feels like church. But it has been hard because, I am a very visual learner. So it's been very hard watching it online because I have ADHD and ADD. So I'm just like I always get distracted when something like doesn't always grab my attention. But it's been good though. Me and my husband have been doing great, just watching church, and Elevation's been doing great too. So.
Yeah, wonderful. And I think nowadays this has been really a great blessing too, because you expand online across the world and we can watch your services. So it's so touching and it's really good and amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Courtnie, what have you been focusing on these quarantine days?
So I have actually been focused on, of course, a lot of music, but I have been doing lots of vlogging on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Pulling pranks on my husband, all the way down to cooking, all the way down to doing beauty recommendations, and then a shoe haul. I am a 7 on the Enneagram. If you don't know the Enneagram, basically I like to be creative. So anything creative. I literally started my own garden. I'm like renovating my house. So I am staying busy home because I cannot stay still for a long period of time. Like I have to be doing this and then I got to do that. So that's kind of what I've been doing during this time.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Very entertaining. So let's talk about your music. When did you start singing songs and releasing, debut singles?
So Come again?
I mean, at a very young age, when did you start singing and releasing singles?
So I've been singing, like I said, like my whole life. Like I can honestly say I've been singing my whole life. I've been doing competitions my whole life, but the first song I ever wrote was when I was 13, and my mom bought me like a $60 classical guitar, and I wrote my first song on there. But I didn't release my first song until like last year when I was 20. I think it was last year. So I just came out with a new single. My first single was called Perfectly Loved, and then my second one is called Who We Are. So I only have 2 songs out right now, but I've been writing music, I want to say for like 4 years now. 4 or 5 years I've been writing music, like seriously.
Yeah, but these 2 singles, it really topped the Billboard. It really topped the chart. So how do you feel about it?
I like you even saying that, like it's literally unreal, like it's surreal. Like I still can't believe it, because like usually that doesn't happen. Like your first single doesn't hit number 1, and then my second single is number 7 on the Billboard charts right now, and it's climbing up every week. So it's just like God, just, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. I mean, you see that I'm just surprised. I don't know, it's just crazy.
And you just don't know how people also right now seeing you talking with us. It's just so amazing as well. We're so excited.
Yes, I'm so grateful.
As a Christian singer, are there any challenges of being a Christian singer, Courtnie?
So I feel like the biggest weight that worship leaders and Christians just in general, I feel like people at times, I feel like I have to have it all together, because being a Christian, you want to be a leader, and you want to like lead people and teach people and like pastor them. But I feel like the strongest way to pastor them and lead them is when you're showing them that you're going through the exact same thing. So I feel like that's been the hardest thing for me, because I feel like at times I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm struggling with this. Well, that's why I wrote Perfectly Loved, because at the time I was going through emotions where I didn't love myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I thought I wasn't skinny enough, and I didn't think that I was loved. So I feel like that's one of the hardest things as a Christian singer, to really open up about what you're really going on, like what's going on inside, because other people are feeling that exact same way. So, and I knew that God was calling me to write music like that. So, yes.
Yeah. And of course, the Perfectly Loved single, this song, I think this is really like a girl empowerment track that we should accept who we are. And God really made us perfectly, and we can worship God, we can stand in front of people. So that is so encouraging. And, you writing that song, it's so truly amazing. So, yeah.
Thank you.
The story behind this song. This is
Behind Perfectly Loved? What's the story behind it?
Yes.
So I kind of just shared a little bit, but like I said, I was just going through a time in my life where I was just fighting lots of thoughts of doubts, like I said before, like just not believing that I was all the way down to not being good enough. Like I think verse 2 is, see my reflection, all these voices welling up inside, like I'm caught up between the truth and all the lies. It's just it's hard to write a song when you're going through it, but it's funny because right when I finished the song, it helped me get out of that season. Like it helped me get out of that mindset. So that's also super cool, and I feel like a blessing in itself that God literally used myself to help me get through it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you this: what's your favorite song to perform live, and why?
So, of my songs, or just any song?
Any song.
Any song? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Song, and I mean any other song as well, aside from your song.
So I feel like I don't know if you know about Jessie J, but she's a secular artist. And all of her songs are just so fun. From my voice audition, Mama Knows Best is a really fun one. Like, well, there is something going down. Like, just to be able to sing that and feel the energy is so fun. So that one's a really fun one.
Okay. Oh, we love to hear you singing, actually. um, your relationship with God, of course, Christian music. I think you're focusing on that too. And how did Christian music really made an impact, or how did it impact your relationship with the Lord?
I feel like I tell my husband this all the time. During the season that I'm in, where I get fulfillment from is, like, I'm being completely honest with you guys. Like, I'm like, in this moment in time, when I read the Bible, of course it's great, but I don't get how in this season, where I used to like read the Bible and then just be like, oh my goodness, I'm filled, but that's not where I find my fulfillment right now in this season. I'm not saying you can't, but right now in this season. And so worship music has honestly kept me grounded in this season, especially. I don't know if you heard of the Bethel album called Peace, but it's just so intimate and sweet. And so worship music has honestly just kept me sane and grounded, and just reminded me that everything's going to be okay, and take a deep breath and just think that, okay, God has me. He knows what's best for me, and he knows what's next. So I just need to trust and believe that he knows. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what are the things also that you do, especially I could be an advice, especially worship leaders, and also people who are singing? What are the things you do or you consider doing before you enter the stage to perform, or let's say before you lead the worship?
So first thing that I always do, one thing that I always do before I get on stage is I always remind myself that this is not about me. And second, I would not have this gift without God. Like, I would not have a singing voice if God did not bless it, like bless me with it. So I need to humble myself, be in the posture of just surrender, and just like always remind myself that this is not about me, because it is easy to be like, oh my goodness, I have this beautiful voice, and oh my goodness, it's about me. But like the second that you get in that place, it's a very dangerous place to be, because then in the future incidents, you're gonna be like me, and then by the time you've realized you've drifted like very far. So I feel like, one, for sure, just lay down your pride, surrender, and just always be in a state of, okay, this is not my gift, this is God's. And I mean, always pray. Always pray before you get on stage. And I had this one person tell me that I used to do it, but I don't do it as much. That he said, I feel like God told me to tell you that before you hit stage, you need to fast, because all that's coming out is his spirit. So I've heard lots of different other things, but I mean, you can do fasting, you can mandatory to pray, mandatory to do all the stuff that I said. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. And well, that's really good. That's really great. We're also part of the music team, and we also, we pray really, and it's just so good that even we actually have, different churches like physically, but we know that we have one God that we're serving. So good to hear from you. Did you really like dream of becoming a Christian artist, or is it part of your plan? It's just so good at your young age. You're actually on the top of, the Billboard and seeing your singles. A lot of, people, we are watching you, and we love to hear your songs. So did you really desire, or?
Yeah, for sure. So it's funny, because growing up, I always told my mom that I wanted to be a Christian artist. Like, Mom, I wanted to be a Christian artist. Like I want to be signed, and I want to just do music. But one thing that I always felt like, I feel like God really started speaking to me when I was around 13, is I needed to write music that will heal people's hearts. I always say this in all of my interviews. The reason why I write music is because I want to help people get through seasons in their life when they can't even speak for themselves or fight on them, like fight on their behalf. If they're feeling weak, turn on my song and let me sing over you. Let me sing truth over you when you're feeling weak and down. So I feel so passionate about I mean, like I said, music is so important to me because it's helped me through so many seasons in life, and especially this one. So I just want to write music to inspire people, but then also heal their hearts when it's hurting and when it's doubtful or when it's, all the other stuff.
Well, how did your songwriting process look like? Is it
so it's different every time. Every songwriting session is different.
Okay.
It's so funny because there's different personalities in the room. So like some can be like super loud and creative, but then some can be like very internal thinkers and like be on their laptop and just typing lyrics. So it's so funny. But Perfectly Loved actually was super interesting. My first song, and then my second song is just, oh my goodness, that second song was just so much fun. Perfectly Loved, actually, we were writing a whole different other song in the writing session. So I want to say for like an hour and a half, we wrote a whole different other song. And I ended up, I think we only wrote like verse and chorus. And then I turned to the writers in the room and I was like, I'm so sorry guys, but I don't love this. Like, I don't like this song. Like, let's just scrap it. So then the other writer, his name is Ryan Stevenson, and he came in with the line and he said, a diamond, when they see a waist, you see a diamond in the rough. And literally right when he said that liner, Perfectly Loved was written in an amount of 30 minutes, like 30 minutes. So the writing room is completely different every time, but it's so fun. I love writing. I love creating. It's so fun.
Okay, I think my mic just dropped off.
Okay.
Well, really good to hear about this, the composition of this Perfectly Loved, and we believe that who we are as well. This is actually accepting who you are, worshiping God, that, your Heavenly Father. I love the lyrics of the song. So, can you share with us a little bit of your voice as well, if we can hear, just...
Yes, of course, I'll sing for you. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh my goodness. I forgot the lyrics to my song. Okay, can y'all help me out? How does it start? Do y'all remember at all?
Yeah. I cannot sing.
Oh my goodness, guys, I'm literally blanking of my song.
It's so hard to sing a song in front of the original. So.
Oh my goodness, guys, I never do this. Oh my gosh, who we are. I'm thinking of Perfectly Loved. I keep on thinking of my song Perfectly Loved. I'll just sing that one. Oh, hold on. I think my husband. Hold on. Baby, I'm totally forgetting who we are. How does the chorus go?
Cause when we...
Oh my goodness, there you go. Okay, I got it. Cause when we get real with each other and we share our broken hearts, when we pick up the pieces together, that's when the real love starts. Hey, our past, our pain, we're more the same. Loved by your Heavenly Father, that's truly who we are, yeah. There we go. It came to me with the help of my husband.
Oh, thanks to your husband for, letting you be reminded of that song. Thank you so much, Ms. Courtnie Ramirez, for being with us, for sharing this powerful encouragement. And I hope that we could, catch up with you again, maybe together with your husband as well.
Yes, he would absolutely love that.
Thank you for...
Yeah, I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. God bless you.
Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you.
God bless you and your ministry, your family. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yes, of course. You too, guys. You too. Be safe.
Woo! So yes, we just had Courtnie Ramirez of Elevation Church, and of
Sweet.
course, a Christian artist with her latest singles, with
Oh
her
my
single
God.
Perfectly Love. Yeah, and so to all the people who watch on Facebook, thank you so much for watching, for viewing. And yes, it's me, Switzel.
And it's me, Jing. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, I think you have a
Yeah, my
Slow.
internet connection is unstable. Yeah. Sorry.
it's fine. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely night. Good night, everybody, and God bless you all.
Good night.